Hey everybody, what's going on? We are here with a timeless reading. Welcome. The first card that we have out is Three of Cups. I'm also looking at Four of Swords and Justice. Okay, so you can go from feeling kind of down to something brightening your day a bit. Having Three of Cups and Four of Swords actually feels like something that, like in general, it feels restorative. Like this can be something that restores balance within your life. It can be restoring harmony within a relationship that you have, and this being the beginning of a new chapter. I don't know what was happening before this, but the only thing that I'm seeing indicating what was happening before this, it feels like something that had been going on that maybe you'd wanted things to be a bit differently, or maybe you felt like things didn't go exactly as you expected them to, and sort of dealing with that, being present to that experience. But then I'm seeing the sun, so I feel almost like you can be sitting there feeling what you're feeling, but then when this thing comes along, I feel like it brightens your day. So I feel like your mood sort of turns around here, and that feeling turns around as well, and you're not feeling like that anymore. And having Justice be connected with the Ace of Swords, it's not the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, something can be brought to light here. Having Justice be connected with the Ace of Pentacles, I almost feel like this is I see how you're feeling, and I'm offering you this, and I'm hoping that things can be made right, or that this can restore the peace here. It feels more like that, like wanting to restore the peace, wanting to restore the flow, wanting to restore the balance, wanting to restore the harmony. And I feel like there's an active way that this is being done. And there could have even been a like taking a break from hanging out, or there being some sort of the balance between socializing and resting, or communicating and then having quiet or having stillness, like something that's been going on with that. Then having Justice and having the Ace of Pentacles feels like something that's actively being done. The Ace of Pentacles is being handed to the Five of Cups. I have my seasonal light that's on here, that's why it seems so bright. So having the Ace of Pentacles and then having Five of Cups feels like Ace of Pentacles is being offered to the person feeling like the Five of Cups over here. And Five of Cups can be feeling kind of down and out about something, but then having that Ace of Pentacles, it feels like, here, have this. And then having the sun right after, I feel like this really turns things around, where things feel okay then. And there can even be a happiness, or it can feel like stuff is all right. Yeah, I'm seeing a conversation that's being had about where we are going. Like you're taking a path somewhere, and it feels like there's a discussion, and I don't see this as you being alone. I feel that this has to do with you and another person or other people. There's a lot of conversating that's happening, and this can even be spending time together. There's something here that's going to be being done. Like, we're going to take this path today. This is what all of us are doing. And it feels like there's a discussion about that. Like maybe something has to be discerned, something has to be decided. And there can also be a, let's actually take a break so then we can feel recharged to be on that path and to do that thing, or to go to that place. So something had to be figured out about this. So then there can be excitement again. Which kicks things off in a good way, it seems. Having this Ace of Pentacles feels like having this chapter opening now, having this cycle opening now. Something about the efforts that were put in to make this happen prove successful. Maybe there's also too a feeling of wanting to be further along with something, or maybe there's a feeling about, I feel like initially there's this thing that's happening that may not be exactly what one was expecting when they were starting this, but then it feels almost like stuff is made up for. So this can be, I thought that we'd be all the way over there today, and you may have made progress but maybe not gotten that far, or you may have done things but maybe didn't do that thing over there. It feels like one of those where I'm seeing things that are happening here, but I'm also seeing there be maybe a slowing down or a pausing that wasn't initially anticipated, but I'm also seeing it be helpful to things as well. And it feels like it almost helps keep the balance here in a way that's needed, and it feels like there is a feeling excited again for things to begin anew. So I think that it helps things sort of be on track here. This even feels too like things coming together. There's a conversation that's being had. What are we doing? What's this new chapter about? Conversation proves successful. There being some type of recovering mentally, processing emotionally. What I'm seeing happening a little bit later is that things are gonna be there. I feel like there's a delay or something. Like if you had plans, like something's gonna start tomorrow, this feels like something happened and like it's not gonna be starting until next week then. And so you can be feeling disappointed now because something is paused, or there's like a longer break than you thought, or something's not getting started as fast as you thought, but you know it's going to be happening later down the line. That's what I'm seeing be connected with this. So you know something's going to be happening. I just feel like it's not now. It got pushed off until later. But you almost like know when at that point later it's going to be happening. It's like maybe you thought it was going to be Tuesday this week and it ends up being Friday next week. Something like that, where I feel like you'd have a date for it, or you like know when it's going to be happening later in the future. But the expectation could have been that it was happening Tuesday of this week. And so I think having to adjust to that difference, and I think that's where the Five of Cups comes from, of like, I thought that this would have been done, or we would have done that already, but now things being pushed off. But it seems like overall everything's okay. There's just some type of adjustment when it comes to the timing of this. I do feel too like this brings things back into a state of balance when maybe that wasn't the case. And I feel like it also brings back a sense of excitement for like, okay, now that I'm starting to adjust to this, I'm really excited about Friday, like when that day comes, because that's when things are going to be happening. So it can kind of be like that disappointing news, but then things are okay. Like not today, but it's going to be next week. Kind of that, okay, like I can adjust to that. If I know that things are going to be happening and it's going to be on that date and that whatever, like I can deal with this. I can deal with this disappointment. Some of you too, this can be like you were going to see somebody and that's being put off, or there could have been like an event that's being put off. Or something was meant to come together and then that's being rescheduled. It feels like a rescheduling in some way. And I feel like there's something socially that this is connected with. So now it's going to be happening later. And there can be a feeling of like, why am I feeling like this? And I think because of that, because of the timing being shifted than what one initially anticipated. But I feel too that having that time where if we thought it was happening on Tuesday, but it gets rescheduled Tuesday this week, it gets rescheduled for Friday next week, having that space actually benefits you. So even though there can be a part of you that feels disappointed because of what you were expecting and then the time being put off, what I'm seeing is that it feels like it helps you connect with something that you need to connect with and have prepared for when Friday happens. So I feel like it actually ends up benefiting you even though you could have initially felt disappointed. It feels like it helps you be in the best spot possible, feeling best. So this can be something where it's like, well, I pretty much was prepared for it to be happening Tuesday, but I could have done this, and that. It's like now you actually have time to do those things, so you'll feel even better when Friday comes around because it feels like that timing is actually better. There's just an adjustment of expectations that's needed here. And I feel like it's happy because we know that this is still going to be happening. And that like not all is lost here and there's excitement about this chapter. It feels like the redemption of that, like things are still going to be happening. I do feel again like this is one of those moments where things do get pushed off, but it actually benefits everybody involved. There's just that need to adjust and understand what's going on an emotional level, I think, to move through this. Otherwise, I'm seeing everything else look fantastic, actually. We're ending with the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, so I'm seeing things look pretty great here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.